After a firefight, they killed Osama bin Laden and took custody of his body. Okay, that was the direct quote. So it didn't specify whether bin Laden had actually participated in the firefight, because there's some confusion as to whether or not he was armed, whether he resisted, did not surrender.
You're the big-time lawyer. You're the one who knows this stuff, Kimberly Guilfoyle. Okay. So wait, let me throw this at you. This administration ran on the whole notion of no more torture, illegal this. Are we going to try them for that? Right? In other words, are they
investigate
right now,
and prosecute the CIA interrogators?
Are they right now? Which is what Burlingame was all about yesterday with Obama before he snubbed her. Does this look to you like they are throwing out a whole lot of stuff in terms of legal?
So what do you want to do? Prosecute the SEALs? The heroes of the situation? What are you saying? I
want nothing to do with that. It's just they know the game they play.
Saying?
I'm saying they know the game they play.
Which is what?
And the more the more specific they can get. Were they disseminated? Did they come right out with the idea that there was a firefight? Because,
well, they're being very look, they have to be careful what they say, right? Let's be honest. So they replied when asked if bin Laden was, quote, involved in firing a weapon himself or defending himself, one of the briefers replied, quote, he did resist the assault force. Right. And he was killed in a firefight.
Right.
So what's your problem?
So now specifying.
My problem is that it's been different shades of white and black and green and blue. It's been different 3 or 4. It hasn't just gone the wife. There was a woman there. She was a shield. It's been the woman was there. She lunged at the guy. Was shot in the leg.
She did lunge at the guy.
She didn't get according to story number 3.
She did lunge at the guy.
Again,
that's how she got shot in the leg.
But we heard that was story number 2 or 3. You understand? In other words, this has been messy. This has been sloppy. This has not been cool.
Well, people were wondering if he was killed because the president said, okay, that bin Laden was killed after a firefight. So then the question is, after, like how long after? Because there was questions as to whether or not he was captured then killed.
Do you know what? You know what stands out in my mind? The very first story I heard was that he was killed towards the end of a 40-minute assault. And that stands out in my mind because I'm thinking that's a long time.
My mind.
What? Bin Laden's dead.
Bin Laden is dead.
Of course.
They screwed up the story.
Al Qaeda put it on their
they screwed up the story.
Right. They've screwed up
he's dead.
Osama bin Laden is dead.
Right.
So they screwed up the story.
So you know what?
But why can't we for 1 minute talk about the fact that Osama bin Laden is dead and justice has been served?
Yes.
And everything has to be, and you're talking about how, it's all about...
Was it 10 or was it 15 minutes? Was it an hour after?
Who cares?
Look, we're talking
I really don't care.
We're talking about the
I'm
left,
glad he's dead.
which still to this day is talking about... Look, Barack Obama utilized the policies and practices and information gained by the Bush administration to carry out this assault. All right? And they are still now talking about going and prosecuting. The Holder regime is talking about going and prosecuting those CIA interrogators who got the information that got us bin Laden. Even that part of this story is now being fluffed around because they don't want to commit to the idea. And Panetta with this big mouth. Oh my God, somebody has to rein in Panetta. This administration can't walk past the microphone without yapping.
Okay, so...
It's wrong to talk about... Yeah, go on.
If Bush's policies worked so well, then why didn't he get them? That is what the issue is. You guys are so pissed off.
Because as it turns
out... President Obama is the one...
We're happy that it happened.
No, you're so pissed off that your guy failed. He failed. Bush failed. And you know why he failed? He failed because he said... Getting bin Laden isn't that important to me. It's not something that I spend much time thinking about. 6 months later, he said, that's really not the front line of our combating terrorism. It's Iraq. Okay? That's why they didn't get him. Did they use intelligence until now? Did intelligence that came out until now have something to do with finding out where they were? Sure it did.
Good. Okay, so...
Is anybody on my side saying that's not true? I'll still tell you, and so will a lot of Republicans, that doesn't mean that torture is acceptable. It's against the Geneva Convention.